Hello and welcome again to St Mary's Stadium. This afternoon Saints are taking on Tottenham Hotspur and Nigel Adkins' men will be looking to pick up their second home win of the season. Before we get to today's match, we're going to take a look back at some goals Saints have scored against Spurs. Now here's a stat for you. Down here at St Mary's, Tottenham have never won here. In fact, they've never even scored a goal.
The game's starting to stretch. Fernandez spots the run of Beattie. He's onside, got free of Dean Richards, still James Beattie! Saints striking hero does it again! It's become such a familiar sight at St Mary's. But with 8 minutes remaining and us seemingly heading towards a goalless outcome, James Beattie latches onto Fabrice Fernandez's pass, completely turns Dean Richards for pace, and supremely finds the bottom corner.
Now then, Anders Svensson's got Beattie to his left, he's got Tessum down the middle. He's got Fernandez on this side, still Anders Svensson, he goes all the way! It's 3-0 Southampton! Well, the Swedish World Cup player there just kept going. Options right and left, does he need them? No, he doesn't. Picking the ball up here on the halfway line, and this is one of the individual goals of this third round day. Anders Svensson all the way, Trevor. What about that?
Well, that's great. I mean, Casey Keller again doesn't come out of it too well. It's all right, hit with power, but it's very close to him. You've got to also say the Spurs defence backing off, allowing him to just go create his shooting opportunity, and it just creeps under Casey Keller. And now, well, they're rampant, aren't they?
You can watch the full flashback video exclusively on Saints Player. Now Saints not only have a Premier League first team, but they have Premier League under-21s and under-18s teams, and it's the latter who just went top of their development league after beating Aston Villa at Staplewood.
Saints under-18s had the chance to go top of the league if they could get a win over Aston Villa at Staplewood. Coaches Jason Dodd and Paul Williams made 5 changes to the side that beat Manchester United a fortnight ago. Will Britt replaced Chris Johns in goal, Matt Targett and Bevis Mugabe came into defence, Charlie Higgins joined in the midfield, and Jake Sinclair played up front. It was Omar Rowe who had the first effort of the game as he worked space outside the box before shooting left-footed just wide. Rowe had scored the winner against Villa in a 3-2 victory earlier in the season and could have got the opener here. As it was, the first goal wasn't long in coming, just 6 minutes on the watch when Sinclair broke the deadlock. A low left-footed finish past Callum Barrett in the Villa goal. Jake Sinclair was making his first appearance of the season for the under-18s, having played 7 times for the under-21s. This was his 3rd goal of the campaign. Omar Rowe's flick pass put Jake Flanagan through on goal, and his right-footed finish went just past the post. Flanagan has scored twice this season, but he couldn't add to his tally here. The visitors looked to create more from a corner, but instead it was Saints who were able to launch a quick counter-attack. The unlikely suspect breaking down the right wing was centre-back Jason McCarthy. He skipped past 2 players and was bearing down on goal. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite find the finish. Luckily, Saints were able to double their advantage soon after. The cross from Tom Leggett on the right was allowed to bounce before Seeger nodded into the net. Aston Villa would be disappointed at the defending, and Seeger was there to dish out the punishment. That was his 9th goal of the season. That was seemingly game over, but with 7 minutes to go, Villa made it interesting. A foul adjudged to have been inside the box, and Jordan Graham stepped up to convert the penalty. Aston Villa had been wasteful with chances all game, but suddenly they had a lifeline. Mason Watkins-Clark's header was the closest Villa came to an equaliser, but it was Saints who had the final say. Captain Dominic Gape played in a corner to the feet of Seeger, and he unleashed a phenomenal bicycle kick to get his 10th goal of the season. The win puts Jason Dodd's side top of the Barclays Under-18 Premier League Group 2 table, 1 point ahead of Manchester United, and Saints have a game in hand over United as well. They travel to Newcastle next weekend, and the final score at Staplewood was Saints 3, Aston Villa 1.
You can watch the full highlights package on Saints Player, as well as unrivaled Under-18s and Under-21s coverage. Going back to today's match, and we spoke to Nigel Adkins earlier in the week to see what he made of the London outfit.
Is there some kind of fragility there at the moment? Because you have one has become 2, and that's one. It's always a trap in football, I guess, isn't it? You know, you concede 1, you've been kind of hit twice almost, knocked while you were down a few times this season. How do you get out of that?
Well, Rocky said something great. Rocky Balboa. It's not how hard you hit; it's how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. Now listen. Against West Ham, that was a bit of a hammer blow, but it wasn't a knockout. And we're positive, and we've regrouped again on the training ground. The lads have been superb this week. No one needs to say anything. Individually, they've stepped up a notch this week, you can tell. Players taking responsibility individually and collectively. Everybody pulling in the same direction. And we're really excited and looking forward to the weekend's fixture against Tottenham Hotspur, where it's going to be a sellout. This place is going to be bouncing, with Southampton supporters willing the players on, everyone together as one, playing against a very exciting football team. So it's going to be great entertainment, whichever way you want to look at it. And that's, people pay hard-earned cash, they want to be entertained, and they will be at the weekend. And our objective is to make sure once we've entertained the supporters, we also get the 3 points.
That's all for today's Matchday show, but remember you can catch live text updates on the official Saints Twitter page, as well as live commentary and post-match reaction only on Saints Player.